Okay, good morning. This is going to be a quick little mini diagnostic, something to check. This especially applies to you if you have a Chevy truck that all summer you haven't used your heat for anything. All of a sudden you try to use your heat and it doesn't work. And it's like, man, it did last time, so what's the deal here? So we're going to do a quick little rundown over here just to give you a quick shot on what things you know. This is the fan, this is the temperature control, this is your mode system here. This mode switch here controls an actuator down this side, which controls some flaps. If you look down there, you can see a thing turn, which controls where the air goes. This controls the heater door, or the blend door. So it has a blend door actuator, which we'll show you in a minute, which is right up under here. This basically closes off the air conditioner coil or the heater core completely, one or the other, or in the middle, which allows hot and cold air to come at the same time. This of course directs where it goes. So if you're not getting any heat, give a quick little rundown on what you have to have. So first thing you gotta do is make sure you got water, your coolant system's got enough. So check your overflow tank, make sure it's got to at least the cold level there, which indicates that the radiator be full. If this is completely empty, when the engine's cold, you might want to, where are we at? Pop this off, make sure that thing's full. Make sure you've got a little bit of coolant in there, because that'll get sucked back in the radiator if it gets low. So when you start this thing up and running it, these are your two heater hoses. Well, they go back to the heater coil. The heater. Yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, go back to your heater. So once this thing's hot, and you can check these, be careful, but both these hoses should be hot. Both these hoses should be hot. This is the heater control valve, but I'm still learning about it, because when it's normal operation, it appears to be open, allowing hot water to go to the heater core. This is controlled by vacuum with this little vacuum line that goes over from over here. However, that goes to a vacuum switch. In my case, I haven't been able to figure out what operates this, but when it does operate, if you take this line here and put it right on here, it actually closes the heater control valve. So at this point, trying to get heat, who cares? Once these are warmed up, your engine's warmed up, if both these hoses are hot, that means you've got water flowing through your heater core, which is good. If only one of them's hot, which means that the hot water is going to the firewall and then it's not coming out the heater coil, you can take these hoses off and flush that thing out. There's videos on there on the tube here how to do that and gently flush them out. I've got another video where I go through all these steps, but this is more for all of a sudden your heat doesn't work for the from the summer, or if you haven't used your heat in a long time. So let's just assume both those things are hot. You're going, okay, so I got hot water in there. I pulled out the glove box, which is just a matter of pushing these little ends in together, and it lifts right off of here. So back in here is the blend door actuator, that thing with the N on it, and you see that little shaft there. So that, what I did, I've been monkeying around in here, I simply got a screwdriver in there and tapped on it, and then you can actually reach up from below here with a screwdriver and tap on that while you're actuating the control. Push that over to heat, make sure your ignition's on, maybe turn your fan on one notch and tap on that, and you will see, if it works, you'll see that shaft will be turning. It'll turn. And that's what happened with mine. It's been sitting around long enough. In fact, it's been a couple of years since I've had heat. Turns out I verified that I had heat going into my heater coil, and that's all it took. So don't panic if you don't have any heat to start with. It's been a while since you used it. Give that a try. All you gotta do is really stick a screwdriver up back here behind your ashtray, and it helps if you get the glove box out so you can see it. But you might just give that a try. Give that a few whacks, and that's all it took for mine to start working. So I'm still going to investigate and find out exactly what operates that heater control valve and why, and I'll do a video on that too. But for now, I got my heat back. That's all that counts. In my case, even if that doesn't work, and it only works while I'm knocking on it, I'll wait till after the winter here, which we don't get much cold down here anyway, and I'll just knock it back, and hopefully it'll turn the other direction, and I'll use the air conditioner from there. So give that a try. As long as you got hot water going to your heater core as they like to call it, that's the one that counts for heat and cold. Apparently mine's been blocked off to the heat's been blocked off for at least a couple of years probably. So before you start getting trying to change that actuator, try knocking on it to get it to work. It may just take all it is. It may all be what it takes to get it. There's 3 of those suckers, but for this particular instance, give that a try. See what happens. All right, do it.